time ago, when slavery was still a thing. In the distant land of Abo lived a very wealthy trader called Bunte. Bunte was one of the richest men in Abo, so he and his beautiful wife and 4 children lacked nothing. They were a perfect family. One day, Bunte came back from trading in a distant land with a slave, a girl named Kalu. Kalu was given to him as a completion of payment by a client who could not pay his debts. She was about the age of his second daughter. At first glance, Bunte's wife did not like Kalu. She did not like the idea of having her children live in the same house with a lowlife. But after much cajoling, she reluctantly agreed, and it was not a bad choice because Kalu immediately fit into the family. She understood her chores and knew her place as a slave. She did not overstep her boundaries, and she was very hard-working and loyal. It was no use keeping her in chains because she would run errands and come back to the house without trying to escape. Soon enough, the children became fond of her. They would stay awake late into the night listening to her folk tales. Many times, Bunte's wife had caught them playing and laughing. They were now siblings, even though Kalu was different from them. So Bunte and his wife got comfortable too. They would let their children and the slave girl play, eat, and even sleep together. All things went on well till one day. Bunte came home from work to see his wife crying in the compound of their beautiful home. A small crowd had gathered. He rushed towards them to be met with the news. His first son had broken an arm. It turns out that he climbed a tree to pluck some fruits for himself and his sibling, including Kalu, and he slipped and fell. Bunte became furious. Why did he climb the tree? Why did he need the fruits? Was he hungry? Where is the slave girl? Was she not the one supposed to climb the trees and pluck fruits for the children if need be? As all these questions ran through Bunte's mind, he forgot that Kalu was now part of the family. He forgot how good she had been to his children and household in general, because she let his first son climb a tree. What if he had died from the fall? He thought. Immediately in his anger, he ordered Kalu to be locked up in the pig pen without food and water till he decides on how to punish her. There was nobody to plead on her behalf because slaves were not as important as nobles. After 3 days in the pig pen, Kalu was brought out and flogged mercilessly, after which the family now treated her as dirt. She was barely allowed to eat. She slept outside exposed to cold and the dangers of the night, and she was beaten mercilessly at the slightest provocation. The family that once cohabitated with her now hated her with deep passion, but the mistake was not hers. How would she have known that the boy would slip and fall? He was older than her. She was a slave, but she felt safe around the children and felt at home with the family in general. But nobody understood that again. They hated her for watching their son and brother break an arm. It should have been her arm instead. Many times Bunte tried to sell her off, but nobody would buy her because people felt she was careless, and also because she had lost so much weight and looked really malnourished. Despite all the hate shown to her, Kalu never showed hate back to the family, and she never tried to escape. She kept serving them the best she could. She ate whatever scrap that was left for her, and she slept wherever she could. Day by day, the hate increased. It was obvious sometimes that Bunte's wife wanted her out of the house, but she was just a slave, a property. She had nowhere to go. One cool evening, as Kalu cleaned the house, she incidentally broke a flower vase. Bunty heard the vase break from his room and rushed out. The vase was not very important. He had gotten it by the roadside on one of his business trips. Yet he was so angry that Kaloo broke it. He got his whip and beat Kaloo till she was half dead while his wife and children watched. He beat her till she was almost lifeless and told his other servants to carry her to the backyard. Kaloo lay there battered for days, without food nor water, and without a treatment to her open wounds. She died. Nobody even noticed she had died till her body started decomposing. Bunty ordered that her body be thrown in an open pit where other dead slaves are thrown. And that was the end. If Bunty had killed Kaloo outrightly, he would have been given a little fine to pay for killing his slave. But because she died few days after his beating, he was not fined nor punished. It was a normal thing. Everybody moved on with their lives and continued their normal businesses. The name Kaloo would never be remembered again.